read of Valentine's Day, Silas asked, "Can I be your soulmate?" And it was, "What's the dirt you have on me?" He's picking up a can and digging through the dirt. I see why. He's using it punctured and does nothing but collect trash. So, I was trying to talk about what is this that this guy has that he feels like he has to hold me, and he's like, "I've never been in love with someone like you before." And I'm like, how can you expect that to be any sort of real attachment? It's just like it isn't there to be advice or encouragement. It's really like he is so far down in the pits of despair that he thinks that if he talks about his perversions with other people, then he can have his sexual appetite filled. And I'm sorry that that is even something that we're like, oh, how can we be talking about this guy when you say he's a creepo? uh and I'm just like, how has this ever been explained to me? When I was married, I was like, this guy is the best person that I can live with. And I got divorced and then got paid fat checks, like really big checks. And it was just like, okay, so I gained weight after that, after the pregnancy. And I'm just like, how real can this be for me? Where I'm just like, I'm talking about how uh, the people are confused and they have something they're trying to tell me, they're trying to say to me, and then I get like this whole long list of symptoms that I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you thought I was ignoring you, but I just have my own place to be. And this is just like, you're not far enough to connect yourself to it, and just saying like, my subscribers, I'm like, okay, you guys are close enough to my phone that I can like message, if I go through the analytics and then I go through the counting going up, and it usually goes up. I don't feel like I'm on stairs. I feel like I'm on the top. So it's just like this guy's way down at the bottom, and he used to be my neighbor when I was married, and I'm like, uh, I don't even think he can recognize me, but he's saying my name. And I'm just like, this is just like, wow, how was that? Do I need to get the Federal Bureau investigation started? Just really, just like, if people are calling me an angel and him a pervert weirdo, then I'm like, we need to like be careful with the people who are on the stairs. Just like, I know when you're walking by them, you're just like, oh, everything's good. I'm taking care of myself. Oh, you're saying that, and then I'm like, yeah, you're good. I'm just like, you keep like sending me all these words to work on. Uh, you want me to be like, oh yeah, take back the identity. I'm the one who was working with my innocence, and then you're like, I know I made a deal with you that you could do whatever you want to make yourself get your wishes. And so I was like, do you want my wish or do you want to hold my hand? And he's just changing his name. That's what I'm talking about. Tomorrow's trees, right? Maury. He's just like he already has the skill to be able to go and book a hotel and be a passenger in an airplane. And I'm like, this is like the guy that I wanted to talk to is just like, hey, can we do something a little bit publicly? He was like, I don't think you want incognito. I think when the TikTok filter said that you were afraid of the dark, you're just like, yeah, it's nice. You're covering your eyes with your hand, but it's still like, uh, I didn't want to get too ahead of Social Security because if the question was, do I need to slow down? And that wasn't the question that I was really trying to go towards. So I was like, they just want the tiny little bit of blindness to be able to uh, be like, yeah, these people are proving that they have earned. And then it's like someone in there was saying you don't have to. And then it's just like, what, do anything? Okay, so if you know how to read and you know how to take the messages from my artificial intelligence, then you can see this guy was really like talking about. I don't want to dance around a gun and say that you were going to be having your pistol pulled on. I don't want to say that you were unsheathing your sword. In the movies, it's been like the samurai are coming out and they're having their grand discovery. It's just like they're just becoming who we thought they were, just like a little bit more. And so I'm like, is that what people are listening to when they were like, oh, you should pay attention to this? Then they're like, yeah, just keep the TV on and just keep like the transcripts of everything that you're writing is just, it's gonna have some of the violence in the movies. And I'm like, okay, well, to my therapist, I would be talking about how this is so predictable and stereotypical. Like, I've heard this before, but that's like, why do I need to ask that if I need to hear it before or again? It's just like, I have 2 years, let them work, you know? And then I'm just like, they don't need to work. They're God's years, okay? Just like I'm young enough still. Um, is like really just kind of an excuse. So it's okay.